The main thing you need to be a better runner is to be as consistent as possible. I.e., if you can only run once a week, only run once a week. Don't go running 5 times a week and then not going running for 2 or 3 weeks and then running once a week. Just be honest with yourself. How much can you commit? If you can commit 2 or 3 days a week, that's ideal, but stick to 2 or 3 days a week. Be consistent. The more consistent you can be, the better it's going to be in the long term. And consistency is key. It's the main goal in running, to improve and become a better runner. So, if you want to be a better cuber, the main thing I can advise is consistency. The more consistent you can be in your training, the better. So, try and train a little bit every night. Don't just spend all day Sunday training and then do nothing for 3 weeks. Try and keep it consistent. Try and keep a cube, at work or by the side where you sit down. And just have a little play every now and then. The more consistent you can be, the better it's going to be for your cubing in the future. Workload. The more you can run, the better. The best runners, the Olympians and Kipchoge, people like that, running 100+ miles a week, but they're consistent with that because they're professionals and they spend the whole time running and at running camps. Clearly, your everyday runner can't match that, but just run as much as you can. Try not to just run 6 miles a week or do 1 run a week. Try to really sort of aim for, really towards 20 miles a week. But again, it falls back to only run as much as you can whilst remaining consistent. Training load, quite clearly, the best cubers out there are practicing all day, every day, like Max Parks, for instance. He'll be practicing all day, every day. But he's used to doing that. So again, he will be consistent with that. So if you can't train all day, every day, just try maybe to do half an hour a night. Give yourself a couple of days off. But try and train as much as you can, practice as much as you can, but at the same time being consistent with that training. So variability, what I mean by that is mix your runs up as much as you can. Do some on hills, some on flats, do some on the road, some on tarmac, some on grass, in the trails. Make sure you try and do a rep run, what I call like a workout run. So you're fast, slow, really getting that heart ticking over. Make sure you do an easy run. Make sure you do a long run and some short runs. As much variability as you can get is really going to make you stronger and help you not get injured so easily. Variability, try and mix things up a bit. Don't just do time solves all the time. Try it and maybe spend a night just doing the cross, then maybe F2L. Spend some time having a look at your algorithms, your OLLs and your PLLs, and look, is there a better one? Is there a quicker one? Look at some solves from some cubers that are maybe better than you. Example solves, and look at those guys, see what they're doing, and see if you can't put some of that into your game. But mix things up a bit. Don't just do time solves all the time. Also, there's your 80-20 rule, and it really is true, because even those athletes out there, they will only be running 20% of their runs really fast, i.e. that fast part of your rep. Okay, so that's why it really is, you do your long run, it's really important to try and keep that long run pretty much easy as you can, as steady as you can, as comfortable as you can, and so yeah, 80% of your runs should really be easy, and if you can, as close to your zone 2 as you can. If not, try and keep it at a conversational pace. If every time you go out you're doing like sort of tempo runs and strides and all these reps, and you're doing that every single time, and then you're doing hill sprints, you're really asking yourself to get injured. You really have got to keep a lot of that stuff as steady as possible to save you getting so injured. So yeah, only spend, for instance, 20% of your time training actually time solves. So no more than 20% time solves, speed solving, for instance, and the other 80%, spend that knuckling down with your learning better algorithms, doing slow solves. If you just do speed solves all the time, it's it's really going to fatigue you. You're going to start getting problems with your fingers. You do too much of that. And don't forget, try and get out there, try and get in some races. You know, if not races, you can't afford those, maybe do a park run, get out there. You're only going to improve by putting yourself out there against other people, and you'll be amazed that just with other people there, someone to chase, someone to follow, your times will improve compared to what you're doing on your own. Most of all, get out there with other people, find a community, like-minded people. And don't forget, try and get to a cubing competition, try and get to a speed competition, have a look on the WCA cubing competitions, have a look at them, because the only way you're really going to improve is by actually going there and seeing what you can do under the real conditions, under the real pressure. And it's a great community. There's lots of people there, like-minded people. To me, that's going to be the best thing ever, instead of just solving on your own in your bedroom, because nobody's going to know what you can do. So get yourself out there, get some official times, and enjoy. And most of all, enjoy.